Hi, Lo. It is about 3:40 Thursday. I believe this is the 8th. Um, let's see if anybody shows up. A little gratuitous nudity there behind me. Yeah. Let's see. I woke up a little bit of neck pain, a little bit of just malaise. Oh, well, okay, and I just figured I'd pop on here for a minute. And I'll see if anybody shows up before I start really getting into it. I was just curious because I have a lot of ideas for topics, but I'm having a struggle on what to cover, because I'm not looking for clickbait, but at the same time I want to be informative, but at the same time I want to do stuff that people want to hear about, and a lot of the topics that I'm gonna cover are not fuzzy topics. So, maybe I'll do the fuzzy topic of nuclear proliferation in North Korea because of the Olympics. I'm okay. It's just like, I have a little bit of a neck ache. What do you guys think of 3:30 being kind of my daily thing? I'm thinking about it. Well, direction and topics. So Evan, you do have a very good point that we need to be more informed, but what do we really want to be informed about? I mean, a lot of the shit we talk about is depressing. So, and for all the complaining that I do about people not being plugged in and people not caring and people only being worried about their little corner of the world. Thank you, Brandon Tilley, and I will take a look at your channel, sir. Yeah, I think this is a very good time to detach from me for a day or two. I did not have a good day yesterday. So a little detachment. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da, woo, ba-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, that's enough detachment. So, yeah, I will be doing. I don't know when I'll be doing the next Graham interview, but I'll probably be doing a piece on how prolific, especially in the Olympics training, how prolific child abuse actually has been in the past 30 years. And it's not just with Dr. Nasser, and it's not just in the United States. So look forward to that one. I'm not really looking forward to that one. and look forward to my forehead. Um, so, and I am going to embark myself on a little bit of self-improvement in regards to my diet and getting rid of this and soda and all of that. Maybe tomorrow. And maybe I'll have some raspberry sorbet for raspberry sorbet, the kind you find in a secondhand store. So, I spoke last night for, I would say, 2.5, 3 hours with our very own cat memer from Discord, and she helped me out. So basically, it's find a plan, stick to the plan, and take care of yourself, and pass out, and and heal a little bit. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of neck. I'm not striking a pose just because, just because I'm cute. It's like I'm trying to get the kinks out of my neck, and I have to. I personally have to get up off of my butt the next day or so and get new shoes. I'm actually wearing 2 different shoes. No one noticed it before, but for months, if anyone, no one has really noticed it. I am wearing my orthotics, but one of my shoes, the left shoe, is a Skechers, and the right shoe is New. And I don't know where the other ones are, so that's not a good thing. That's probably part of why my neck is so kinked up. Yeah, I know. So, I probably have my, kind of home Skechers, and they don't really have much shoe support, or heel support. I might have to do that because I think I'm really hurting myself with that. And no, don't start a GoFundMe. I just have to get up off my butt and get shoes. And it's almost 4 now. I'm not going to be able to do it today. You're a cobbler? Are you peach or cherry? I mean, come on. But if anyone, I know last year Red did this, Stevie did this. If anyone has a topic that they would like for me to cover, not really high on my union right now, but union issues, labor issues. I know there is there's an unrig situation. I don't know if it's the same thing that Kelly is involved in, but there is an unrig in New York City, February the 24th. I believe it's from 11 in the morning to 1 p.m. I am thinking about going to that. I could actually do that. So, oh, cool. Because I was actually wondering. I'm trying to find out more specifics about it. I may even. There is someone that I know that is going to go there. I may ask her if she wouldn't mind being interviewed. It's a matter of getting the energy to do it. To be honest with you, and I want to know more about it before I commit to it. It sounds good. It sounds, like what they're talking about, but for me, worker issues are beyond. It's beyond the $15 minimum wage. Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me too. And if it's just a, boo, boo, Donald kind of thing. Well, now that you mention it, that is the key element of the current political strategy. You create a problem, and then you rail against that problem. And you create something that you have to fight. I have noticed that time and time again. You criminalize marijuana, creating a situation where people can't do anything other than buy opiates. You don't exactly. You don't. Hegelian, yes, which is a word that Fly is trying to teach me. I'm like Pygmalion. I can't say Pygmalion either. But you create a problem. There's like, oh God, we have to solve that problem. Who's the person who can help us solve it? The one who created it in the first place, because they know how to solve it because they created it. So you criminalize marijuana, you criminalize kratom, you criminalize, natural things. So you create this need for opiates, and then say, well, we have to get rid of the opiate problem. Well, okay. There's another way to get rid of the opiate problem. You create higher wages, and I always think there's something under my nose because of my gray hair. That's why I keep doing that. But you create a situation where you don't have to work 40 hours a week to get a livable wage, to get a livable paycheck. I don't remember who mentioned that before. Yeah, but it kind of looks like I have something underneath. So, I I need like that Grecian formula. Because I keep on thinking I got, bogeys underneath my nose with that one little spot right here. I'm like, oh, God. But I digress. What was it? Oh, you don't cut the workforce to the point where people have to work more, have a more more burdensome workload, and you have to you have to work more overtime in order to survive. I have an idea too. I don't know how you would do it with education. Who was it? I think James mentioned it. Bogey? Bogey is something that sticks out of your nose. It's a booger, basically. I don't like saying that word. But, a boogie. So, you create a more ergonomic work, a more ergonomic, a more ergonomically safe workforce where all that repetitive motion doesn't hurt your back and your neck and your butt and all that. And that is another, how can we decrease income tax? I'm paying 25% income tax. Plus, on top of that, you're paying, if you live in New York City, you're paying a New York City city tax. So, I believe there's one in Chicago as well. Yeah, I remember that. I was working at one point 70 hours a paycheck. No, wait a minute. It was, working like about 30 hours of overtime a paycheck so that I could pay my bills. The problem is after a while you can't do that anymore. You can't work 7 days anymore. You can't work in really heavy areas anymore. Because over time, all that extra money that you're making, you have to spend it to buy, chiropractic and doctors, and you're out of work. I used to work 3 and 4 weeks straight in a row, no days off, to the point where I'd have to call. So I'm curious to know what we are talking about. The $15 minimum wage, blah. I'd rather have a living wage, and I'd rather have my income tax reduced, sales tax reduced. I don't know. In Chicago years ago, we had sales free day, or sales tax free days. Yeah, I can't do it anymore. I may have to in a little while, but I can't physically do it. I'm getting all creaky and stuff. So, anyway, I had no real direction in this one. If you listen to it and you say, yeah, this is a good idea or that's a good idea, typically what catches my eye, it's just that same tactic that Evan was talking about, where you can, hey boo, where you can create a problem and react to the problem and say, I'm the solution, when you created it in the first place. Let's see. Real quick, this is what I've been following. This is what you'll look forward to. Hopefully next week I'll get it in. The just prolific child abuse in the Olympic training altogether over the past 30 years. I was actually surprised a little bit. Larry Nassar is not the only problem, and his coach, his tag team coach partner, whatever, is not the only problem. Apparently it's been going on for a very long time. Hopefully I'll get it in the next day or so, especially with the Olympics going on. Also curious to know what you guys think about the North Korea, nuclear problem, where, let's see, Mike Pence and Tulsi Gabbard apparently agree on something where they both want North Korea to dismantle their nuclear weapons. Here's an idea. Why don't we do it? If we're such a model of proper behavior, why doesn't the United States start dismantling our weapons? I don't know what the scientific process would be to do it, to do it safely or whatever, and we can talk about that. But we always talk about we always act like we're the moral arbiter. We're not. We're part of the problem. So, and fly, the whatever this is. This is my thinking hand. The use of propaganda, whether it be in commercials or movies or music, doing it a lot. So, or how to deal with vertigo as I'm walking back and forth. How do I stop this pacing? I'm gonna make my viewers dizzy, I think. How's that? So, you guys, thank you so much for coming on. This was just I just wanted to chat for a minute. Yeah. I do wear ankle weights. You know what it's called? It's called my ankles. So, anyway, I really appreciate you guys. Fly. I will be on in the next couple of days. We'll get this done. I have to reinstall OBS. I know it has to be. I know it has to be. I know it has to be OBS. It has to be OBS because when I go on Zoom, it's fine. When I call in or whatever, I'm cool, and then I go on OBS and the thing just goes bats. So, and I'm trying to figure out how to use Steemit and how to get on DTube and use other platforms. We'll see. We'll see how, yeah. Now, Evan was talking about using an older version. Just, go on Discord and let me know. But yeah, I got to run too because I have to go to the bathroom. But thank you guys so much. And I will see you on the flip side, maybe, hopefully tomorrow. Okay? All right. Bye.